So we just got the newest update of 2020.36 in the Model Y.
And the Model S.
The Model S. So we're going to kind of walk through that with you guys and test some of it. I know a lot of people have been saying, where are your autopilot test videos? Where are your update video tests? Right here. So a couple new things in here. First thing that we're going to have is the green traffic light chime.
So yeah, actually we're going to have to go try to find some traffic lights and wait for them to turn green. And when it turns green, it should chime to indicate it's safe to go.
So basically, in the previous update, if you were first in line and the light turned green, you had to tell the car it was okay to go. Now it's actually going to play a chime when you're first, and if you're waiting and it turns green, I guess so you know it's
if you're not
ready.
Paying attention.
And if you're behind another car, it'll play once the car starts moving. So I guess this way you still have to tell the car it's okay to go if you're first. But at least this way you have an audible cue, because I mean, I'm sure some people are messing around with some other things. I don't know. I'm just saying, and this will at least make it so people behind you don't start honking at you.
Yes, it says that this is only a notification. It is
Correct.
Still the driver's responsibility to observe their environment and make decisions accordingly. So even if light turns green and does the chime, doesn't mean go, because there could be cross traffic.
Exactly. It is still up to you.
Another feature is speed assist improvements, and what this does is it finally brings traffic sign recognition to Autopilot 3 cars. And basically, for those of you who remember, Tesla Autopilot history, with Autopilot 1, they could read traffic signs years ago, back in like 2015.
But that was owned by Mobileye.
Mobileye had a patent on that, and so whenever Autopilot 2, 2.5 came out, we still didn't have that functionality.
Yeah.
Now 3 is out, and Tesla has now released this feature, so we don't know if they are using the patent or if they came up with their own method that allows them to avoid that patent.
Based on the falling out between Mobileye and Tesla, I'm pretty sure they found a way to skirt that patent, because it was kind of an ugly breakup. But that is something that we have been wanting for very long. Unfortunately, the maps that the car downloads, sometimes those speeds aren't right. And we've noticed that in several things. Actually, some of our old autopilot test videos were like that. It showed like 25 when the real speed limit was 45.
Yeah,
and the delta was too big.
Or 45 when it was really 65 or 70, and you don't want the car being stuck at that. And that also limits how fast you can set autopilot to drive autonomously. What would be really cool is if the car is learning and it sees these signs and records, hey, I have a discrepancy between the map and what I'm seeing. And if you can't base that on just one car, but if you have a bunch of Teslas go by and then they all say, yeah, this speed limit says 45, but we have it recorded as 25, maybe we should update the database. So it'd be really cool if we start seeing this. And I heard somebody say that they're seeing a lot of big uploads from their car, but I don't know what release they're on, but maybe that's what they're doing.
I mean, it could also be some of that green light chime, because I imagine this is going to kind of be the initial, so know the car knows it's safe to go.
Kind of like shadow. In shadow mode, where basically it watches, it sees the light turn green, does the chime, and then waits for you to confirm that it's okay to go.
And Tesla's done this a lot on their new software until it has so many cases where it's been correct, and then finally it will get rid of the green chime and do it all autonomously. The next new feature is cruise set speed improvement. So you can quickly adjust the traffic aware cruise control or auto steer set speed to the current speed simply by tapping the cluster speedometer here on the center screen. Now on 3 and Y, you can have this, but on S and X, unfortunately you can't, because you can't touch the instrument cluster. Neither should you.
You can touch the cluster, it just won't do anything.
Won't do anything. So we're going to test that out too. And it also says it contains minor improvements and bug fixes.
It always does, yeah.
They always do.
Some people have said that they're missing some of their visualization, so I don't know if it's just an individual that's in an isolated case or if this is a bigger problem with this update.
Yeah, but one thing we can test is the stop sign. We can also do some pedestrian. We can walk in front of it. We can do some other testing like that, but it seems like it might be maybe a one-off case.
It might just need a reboot.
Okay, so it sees a trash can. I don't know what it's saying, but we're gonna walk around and see. Okay, so we got pedestrian. A funny walking pedestrian, but we got it. Now we're gonna try the stop sign. Oh, stop. Okay. Now we have a stop sign there. We have a stop sign there. Oh, it disappeared. Okay. It thinks you're cones and a stop sign. Can you walk around with the stop sign facing me? And now the stop sign moves. Yep. Okay, so here is a pretty tight curve. See how it handles it. Just for fun. Nope.
Didn't slow down.
Nope. Not great. So like when it's this, you can tap that and it'll adjust here, but I already have it on tack, and I can use my steering wheel control.
And you don't have to look.
And I don't even have to look.
You know, you can roll it. And...
So I don't know. I find that super useful. Click this speed sign, and it does my 5 offset, which is nice, I guess. Perfect. But I much prefer the steering wheel control.
Yeah, because you can do one flick and it'll jump up 5 or whatever, or 1 or.
And I don't even have to look anywhere. Yeah. Now, there's the chime. Okay, we got the chime, folks. Oh, it sees that. Blinking yellow. Oh,
yeah, but that's...
It tried to stop there and chimed for us. That's odd. That was just a warning that there's a stoplight coming up.
I see the pedestrians.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wait, so here we'll have another chime.
Oh, and it sees the bike paint drawing on
okay, yeah.
Which is right there. That's cool. No chime.
Guess it's still a work in progress.
Pretty sure somebody behind me would have honked if I sat there for too long. Oh, see? We would have been that car that got honked at.
Yeah, I think they were checking out.
I think they were checking out the car. But we would have been that car if we had listened to the Tesla before. So we just got back from our test drive and...
Yeah, 2020.36. Not that exciting. Of the 2 or 3 new features that you get, the speed assist improvement is maybe the best one, where that's where it's finally recognizing speed limit signs. And that worked for the most part. Whenever we passed a sign, and we've been through some parts in town where the speed has changed recently, it was actually setting it correctly. But we ran into an issue where if you have TAC or autopilot austere on, and you turn it off,
it forgets that last sign.
It forgot that speed. So we were basically in a zone that used to be 25. It was recently changed down to 20. The camera saw it, set it down to 20. We turned it off, turned it back on, and it thought it was 40.
Yeah.
And that speed limit has been 25 for the last 25 years. So I don't know where it got that 40 speed, because that's not from any map that's ever been generated for GPS.
Yeah. So that's
not... it works when you leave it on.
Yeah.
But if you turn it off, there's a problem there. So definitely something they need to look into.
Yeah. But I will say it is nice that it is recognizing.
Yeah,
so
it was cool. It worked. For the signs it saw, it recognized the speeds.
Yeah.
It
so
just
hopefully
forgot.
they can start really incorporating that learning aspect, and
hopefully
whether
or
not you have autopilot on or off, etc.
Yeah. But also hopefully they can upload that data back to Tesla, and they can be like, hey, we need to update the speed limits because we got them all wrong on the maps.
So the next one, the green traffic light chime, that seemed a little wonky. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Yeah. But to be honest, it's not something I would use.
It was hit or miss, and that's something that would be available on my S as well. So.
I mean, it's something I wouldn't need a chime anyway.
Yeah,
I pay attention.
I pay attention to the traffic lights.
If you are one of those people who don't pay attention, one, I would revisit how you work, but maybe have that chime on. And the last one was the cruise set speed improvement. And this one, while it kind of worked, it seemed like it's like very distracting to the driver.
Yeah, I didn't see the need. This reminded me back when the Model 3 first came out, and to set the speeds for TAC, you had to touch the plus and minus on the screen, and it's like, that's not the best user interface. And then eventually it came out with a release where you could do it through the scroll wheel. That was much more intuitive. You don't have to look down. You can flip it up and do 5, flip it down, go down 5, or left to right and do 1 or 2. Or no, sorry, not left to right. Just do up or down slowly, and it does 1 or 1.
Left to right is your following distance.
Yeah, and so it's like I didn't see the need for this, because it's like I got to take my hand off the wheel to touch that.
Yeah. I much prefer having the tactile feel on the wheel, where I can still pay attention to the road and change it how I need to, rather than have to be like, oh, am I going to hit this? And then you hit a bump and you do something else.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to do it. But also, you can only set it to the speed. You can't set it to the exact speed you want. Whereas if you use a scroll wheel, you can put it at exactly the speed you want.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Out of this, definitely the speed limit sign recognition is the best for me.
Yeah.
The other 2 things, I'm like, I'll probably never use.
No.
So I turned on the chime, and now I'm going to turn it off. But yeah, I don't know. Comment down below if you got this update. We saw it's like a big rollout today. And let us know what you think about it, how it acts for you guys, and maybe you experienced something different. Definitely comment down below if you did. We can talk about it down there. As always, huge thanks to our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean. If you guys are looking to accessorize your Model S, X3, or Y, much like this one, definitely check them all out. Everything will be linked down below, and using code Tesla Inventory will get you 15% off of your first purchase. Our two must-have accessories are definitely going to be a center console wrap. Really helps protect that piano gloss black material that Tesla uses. And if you want to elevate it even more so, you can do that carbon fiber effect shell, as well as a matte screen protector. Really helps cut down on any glare or any fingerprints. We love not seeing fingerprints on one of the most touched things in this car. As always though, a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video. Go and click here to subscribe, here for some other ones, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.